fam? Hope this message finds you all well in a great spirits. Well, today's a great day. Today's a fun day. Our buddy Tunnel Chaser, who owns a Shelby GT350R, is coming to compare his Shelby versus mine. That's right, the Hulk, the 2020 Shelby GT500. We're going to answer questions like, which Shelby is actually your favorite? There are many people who have 350s who are saying, should I make the jump? Should I not? There are people who want to know this question. We're going to answer it for you. We're going to drive. We're going to test drive and have fun with it. Compare driving, compare steering, compare power, compare feel, compare comfort, compare looks, compare it all. But while we wait for Vinny to come, I'm going to show you guys the merch we have up, the new merch. We just hung up our signs that are now available on the website, GT500giveaway.com. Every $10 spent on the website is a chance to win your own Shelby GT500 provided by Petrolworks. This is funny right here. This is our #1 seller after the headphones. Is our coffee cup, which that sounds like good coffee. That actually changes with the heat, so it can tell you when your coffee's cool. It's in, of course, in the design of the 2018 Mustang. It changes with coffee, so I'm gonna wait for Vinny. Good coffee. I'm gonna wait for Vinny to show up with his G50R. In the meantime, let's get a cold start. I'll wash this car, and I'll see you with the 350R shortly. Am I here? Well, we are here. Our friend Tunnel Chaser had just showed up with his Shelby GT350R, and we're going to have an awesome comparison with the 6-speed stick shift NA 526 horsepower versus the Big Daddy here, the 760 horsepower 7-speed dual clutch 2020 GT500. Now, if you don't know, obviously you know. Unfortunately, there is no stick shift option in the 2020 GT500, which leaves many guys to be going still for the R and maybe putting a blower on it afterwards. We're going to give our final decision, is if either Vinny would actually trade his R for a 500, or me, would I actually get a GT350R over a 500. All right, first and foremost, one of the most obvious differences is the front end. Everything from the 8-pillar Ford on the GT500 is new. One of the things that everyone talked about is that, yes, this does have the same exact headlights as the GT350R. That is the 15 through 70 headlight, not the 18. And Ford explained that to us because of the cooling, all the intercoolers involved with the GT500. Now, there are some things that I am jealous of that the 350R has, and it might be silly, but I always loved the side vents here on a 350 that showed that, help the brake cooling. We don't have that. Now, what's funny is that the 350R does not have any physical Cobras on it. There's no Cobras on the front grille like this has. There is a badge right here. Now, one of the things that I did notice when I was standing here was I only have 3,000 miles on the car. Look at the mesh here on the 500. It's already starting to chip a little bit because it's a little bit more of a wiry field. The mesh setup on the 350R is a nice, strong, thick plastic that seems to have held up a lot better already, because Vinny has taken this car a lot of places, and it's almost a better honeycomb durability setup here. Whereas the almost mesh setup of the 500 is a little more cheaper in feel, and you can see the rock chips have already started on there. And that's something that's interesting. And we also noticed that with that cheaper material, the rocks will hit the intercoolers there, and you can start to see some of the damage from there. Just 3,000 miles. So that's interesting, that is a difference. Of course, what the cool thing about the 500 is, we do have factory hood pins, this cool snake looking ventilate all over the supercharger. And of course, from the back, everything is the same from the rear, except the spoilers. This is the top of the line 350. This did have carbon fiber wheels. Unfortunately, he actually damaged them, so we had to change them out. He has them in storage right now. He has these beautiful Project 6 GR20s wrapped in Nitto NT55s. Gives the car a real stunning look. It doesn't have something that I need. It doesn't have a back seat. This is a true track weapon. There's no back seat in here. There is no radio, no AC, totally hardcore. Both of these hoods here. Now, he has, just so you guys, just to reiterate, Talon Chaser has no performance modifications on this car. Just a set of Steeda springs and the wheels. Like, not even tinted windows. This car is completely daily driven and stock.
And you can tell. Look at this.
And a lot of TLC. You did have some problems with this motor, the original motor, right? It's not the original motor?
Yeah. So I spun a bearing. I believe it was on 8, and there's that.
All right, so we got it replaced.
Same thing that happened pretty much to everybody else that had one.
Okay.
8 seems to be going, and now I have another motor built by somebody else, I believe. Who is that? Burrito?
I don't know. Now, how did you, any other trouble besides that motor replacement you had?
No.
Everything's been good?
Yeah, damaged the wheels, destroyed a motor.
Besides that, it's been phenomenal. Obviously.
These hood pins are actually necessary. You ever seen one of these cars go down at 150 miles an hour?
Yeah, the hoods do kind of start to flutter. You want to push to your left and lift.
So heavy.
It is a heavy hood. That's right. Also, I do want to give a shout out to JLT Performance. They sent us this radiator cover. You can see how that thing is not the most attractive there, but they sent us this. It's just easy. You pop it right on. What happened?
I like my bubble. It reminds me of the old kegs.
Yeah. This is easy. JLT Performance sent us. You just pop your lines out, put this in, put it on, good to go. But yeah, that is the motor. Now remember, boys and girls, this is a 5.2 flat plane crank. This is a 5.2 cross plane crank. This is why they were able to put the Eaton Supercharger 265 on there that has 760 horsepower. Again, we're teasing, we don't talk about torque. Both hoods have been popped. We've talked about the specs. We've talked about the exterior differences. Let's hear how these guys sound.
Driving a Ferrari sometimes.
No, it is that. It's that cross. It's a flat plane crank 5.2 that sounds so exotic. Disclosure, I do have resonators cut out.
Yeah.
From factory X pipe to the mufflers, Casper's extended the pipes to 3 inches.
Your license plate holder sums it up instantly. Bigger is better.
Yeah, that's right. That's how we roll. Went underneath their hoods. We heard them. We're gonna switch keys, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, your car's worth a lot more than mine, so.
All right.
If anything happens.
Thank you, brother. Well, we picked up a stranger
off the street.
Tyler's come to help us do some recording here. So now Tyler's of the mindset of Vinny. He goes R over 500 too.
Yeah, like the 500's cool, but for what I like about driving, it's not for me.
It's like
not for me.
If you want the ultimate of everything,
this is for me like this reminds me of my car. It's very driver involved.
Yeah.
It's not the fastest thing, but you're having so much fun and it doesn't really matter. 500 is just
500 balls to wall.
It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Tyler knows, because if you guys don't know, now you know. He was with us in Vegas 4 months ago actually, when he drove the 500.
Like, he went now, man.
No, he drove both cars, so he knows very well. It's a very good.
No, they're both great cars.
Yeah.
They do different things.
They do, like, this is 526 NA 6-speed, totally analog. There's no cheat sheet.
Nope. Yep.
Like cheat codes is a 500, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's why I got it.
I do like the mechanicalness of the 500 in the way that, like, you can feel it engage the clutch.
Yeah.
You can feel it do that kind of stuff.
See, that's fun though. It's just grabbing the gearbox and throwing it. And like you said, it's you have to wring this out all the way to 8,000 plus to really get to where it's like
anything out.
You're really. It has a 2-valve feel.
Yeah.
That's not disrespectful either.
Yeah.
I'm saying like below 4,000, you feel like you're in your 2-valve.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of fun. And this car feels gobs lighter.
Oh yeah.
This is an R.
See, it
So.
doesn't feel like when you're going left and right, it doesn't feel like anything's following you around the corner.
Yeah. Yep. One of the things I will say, just to like talk about the transmission situation. We said it before in Vegas. The 500 needed to be offered with the 6-speed.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't do it. There was so much RPM left to actually go there. But, you know, my mind is still, even after all these years of driving R's, not my own, obviously, but you got to remind yourself there's way more RPM to keep going.
Yeah, you got to realize these quarter throttle only stay on our butt, though.
Yeah. The 500 is behind us, and, you know, it's definitely...
Yeah.
Did I lose him? It's like, no, he's still there.
He's right
Just
there.
like holding the clutch in and revving the exhaust at the stop sign. Now, you could do that with the dual clutch, but it's not as like, it's not really as cool.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I know.
Like, that's fun.
Yeah, that was
You know,
fun.
anybody can go fast.
That was fun.
You know?
And that was just a 0 to 30 mile an hour turn.
Yeah.
Just the turn there was so dramatic. But did you hear that noise? It's like,
No, Chewbacca.
Chewbacca. This is Chewbacca.
I
Yeah.
don't know, man. Like, the driver involvement is so fun to me, and I'm not even driving right now.
No, you're right. You're having a good time.
I'm having fun. Because you're having fun.
Yeah.
It's an environment. It creates an
It's
environment.
so...
You know?
It's like a rock concert in here.
I'm sure he's got a straight face. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we'll see, because we're gonna clip. We'll cut to him.
Oh.
Oh God, this is so good. God, this is good. Okay, so I'm in StangMode's The Hulk GT500. Please, please. I've been very busy. Do not destroy me with the comments about the beard. He gave me some notes to take. I don't. That's stupid. I ain't gonna do that. Whew. That'll get the adrenaline pumping. Which car would I choose? I wish I could have both and at the same exact time. Meaning, I wish I can choose on a fly, I want to shift gears and have less power, and I can choose on a fly that I want to have more power and have this friggin' transmission. God, that sounds so good. Okay. But if I had to choose, no matter what, had to choose, what car would I want? No. God, I want to say it so bad.
It's basically I'm 2 against 1 here, because I am going to be biased for the 500 because that's the first Mustang ever with the dual clutch.
Yeah.
First Mustang ever that makes 760 horsepower. First Mustang ever with a carbon fiber one-piece drive shaft. First Mustang ever that has all types of technology. But like he's showing me, what he's saying is that's a paper tiger. This is where the fun is at. This car has so much drama. I love it. God, I love it. But for now, I just wanted to say, sitting in this car, it's kind of a toss-up, but looks, I'm gonna go 500. Gearbox, for around town, I would go the 6-speed. The motor, I'm gonna go 500. But for overall, like raw, visceral feeling, I would go 350R. Damn it. Well, that was... now he's showing up. Now he just flexed. All right, sir. What'd you think?
Now, what'd you think?
Dude, I love this car.
I absolutely hate your car. My car is amazing. This is a car I would never, ever. What happened to your stripes?
He took them off.
They fell off. I went so fast.
So what are your thoughts, dude? Like,
your car is a lot faster.
I
feel like mine handles better.
Yeah.
Do you feel it?
I think that's the case.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
I agree with anywhere that you can tell they lightened up the steering of the 500 to give it that weightless feeling up front.
But you know what it does? At really high speeds, it feels like you're in a Buick.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started braking and I'm like normally the front end should go down and you would feel more control of the wheel, and I was just like this. It started scaring me a little bit, and I was like, oh, I'm on roads, not my car.
Sure.
But this, I feel when I'm at high speeds and braking,
More in control.
It plants. Like it puts the front end down and it plants, and then it's tons of control. Not, you know, maybe I'm just not used to the way this handles, but I feel less confident going, you know, high speeds, taking turns and stuff. But that could be just because I'm so new to this car.
I would take this any day of the week as my daily to drive long distances, and to just, you know, do everything well. This is my choice to just have the full Mustang NA stick shift experience.
Well, I said in the same thing in the video.
Yeah.
I said, what car would I choose? I ended up honestly saying I would choose this, even though this handles so much better. But I would love, not like, hey, I can have both in the garage and take one out and whatever I want. But I would love like video game experience where I'm like, okay, I want a 500 right now. I want an R right now.
It depends on what you're going to do. Let's put it that way.
If you're an everyday Mustang driver, there's nothing wrong with this. And there's nothing wrong with, well, you really don't want the manual every day.
I guess you can't go wrong with either. It depends on the person who's going to.
Sounds to me like if you can afford both, you got to go.
Yeah.
Pretty much what it is.
Yeah. Let me just say, I'll wrap up a few things. The interior there are obviously a stripped out race car. That's why we call it the stripper. There's no AC. There's no backup cam. There's nothing. It's just, that tells you you're in something that's just made for one thing. This car here, take it out to dinner, take it to the racetrack, take it to the car show. It can take your friends in it, take your girl in it. Everything is a GT500. This has one purpose. That purpose is to make noise, rip through the gears, have fun doing it, and just feel like a total badass when you do it.
Sounds like my kind of ride.
Comment below. We had fun. Please sub the Tunnel Chaser. Appreciate Muscle Everyday coming out, helping us out like he always does. Go to Gateway Classic Cars in West Effort. He does consignment for only really cool cars.
So if you want to sell your 500, he'll get it.
Yeah.
Give you a nice deal on an R.
You might see the 500 at West Effort. No, I'm just kidding. Also, stay tuned. February 20. If you stayed this long, appreciate you. February 29th at Gateway Classic Cars will be at their Cars and Coffee.
Subscriber
meet. Vinny's gonna come bring his R that lost.
Yeah, I heard StangMode's gonna giveaway.
I'll be there.
On the ground.
The giveaway car is gonna be there. So
free pizza.
We had a lot of fun. We just found a debit card. And also, listen, if you stayed this long, we'll talk about it more. Public service announcement: coronavirus is around, so Vinny told me, please make sure that you have perishable food, goods.
Not perishable.
Long-term
food storage. Okay, I freaked him out yesterday.
No,
How much peanut butter did you end up buying?
I asked you. We're gonna go to Sam's Club after this and get peanut butter and beef jerky. But all jokes aside, prayers and thoughts, everybody in China, for what's happening. I feel for them, but in America, let's take precautions and be smart.
Yeah.
Wash your hands. Cover your face.
Don't pop that bubble wrap. It's from China.
Yeah, just make sure we're careful and make sure you have extra food just in case anything happens. All right, y'all. Appreciate the support because you guys know it never ends. GT500giveaway.com.